Hey guys, Boris Hauser from BK Forex. Welcome to our daily Forex technicals for 4:30:13. Can euro dollar rally continue? Trading foreign exchange carries high level risk may not be suitable for all investors, so I invite you to read this disclaimer very carefully and find out all the risks involved in associated with trading on margin. Doing the technicals a little bit early today for Asia session because I have to be up early for CNBC tomorrow, so I won't be around. But I wanted to just take a look at the charts on the euro. Clearly had a much more constructive positive day today as we kind of just slowly but surely ground up higher towards the 31 level. But the 31.25 definitely continues to cap the upside for the time being in the euro. We have forward momentum though, so a break through the 31.25s definitely opens up the possibility for 3200s. The one key thing though is we have a lot of German data today. We have retail sales, we have German unemployment. If that weighs heavy on the euro, then the trade back towards the 3050 is very, very possible. In fact, even 3050 to 3000 is kind of a test here of the support level. Euro clearly has a lot of support here around the 3000, 3050 first, 3000 second, and then if you really want to go out all the way on the curve, you can see the 2950 as a support level as well. Right, sorry, right over here. There was a spike low just last week. But generally, it is sort of in a consolidative stage, trying to work its way towards the upper end of the range. A break below here, though, if we turn kind of very ugly here, and we turn down through the 3000 all the way down, really opens up the possibility of a further test below the 2950 all the way out to the 2850s, all the way into the support area of the 2750, 2800. So it's quite possible that we could just be petering out at the top end of its range and just kind of dying out a slow death. But for the time being, it looks like just a consolidation, and of course a break above the 31.25 definitely gives it a much more of a bullish posture going forward. So euro looks interesting, and for the time being, just mildly bullish as we look at it. Yen, on the other hand, definitely found a little bit of a support at this 97.50 level. Still trying to consolidate. Yen is coming off of a big sell-off area as we failed at the 100. We gave up 99, gave up 98. Came all the way down to 97.50. The top side here is basically, I think, 97.25, which is above the highs of the day. That leads us to sort of a test of 98.25. Leads us to a test of 98.50, perhaps even 99. 99 is still very heavy resistance. I don't think we're going to see too much of a upward push here until we kind of clear all of these various levels of resistance for the time being. But the yen looks mildly constructive here with with higher lows and a consolidation around the 97.50 level. We break this to the downside though. If we peter out, if we break this to the downside and come back down into the 97.50s, it really opens up a run towards 97, 96.50 value zone over here. So not quite out of the woods yet for the bulls, but definitely looks a little bit more constructive. And if we can just recapture 98.25, take out the day's highs from yesterday, we'd have a much stronger chance of moving towards 99s on the upside. Cable is just marking its time right around the 55 level, not really doing much. We ran out of gas ahead of the 55.50. It's been a very, very powerful move up. It's very natural to consolidate. The first level of consolidation is, of course, 55, but the real level of consolidation is 54.50, 5400. The breakout was through the 5400s. That was a very, very powerful move, and it's not inconceivable for us to just kind of consolidate and take ourselves down a little bit into this zone here. One of the interesting side notes, by the way, on the pound correction is that the euro pound is also having a little bit of a rebirth here. We definitely caught a bid here at the 8400s. That may be one of the things that's sort of helping euro to the upside. And this is an interesting trade here, but the 85 in the euro pound is a massive now source of resistance. Now this is where we broke through before. This was big support that gave way, and now it's going to become big resistance. So the rally in the euro pound may have another 50 points to go, but it's going to find its way making beyond 85 much harder going. And lastly, Aussie for the night. Again, this 30-50 level really needs to break through. Just kind of we've been peaking above it a couple of times already, but we definitely need to break through. So 30-65, 30-70 puts us above this massive resistance level. It puts us on track back up to test the 104s. If we start to fail over here, then it's back to 103s, and yet another failure in the Aussie dollar as the pair just simply consolidates and turns down. So that's kind of how the night is shaping up. Asia session should be relatively quiet, but then European session has a lot of euro data on it, and it'll be interesting to see if we can resolve this positive risk posture that we started the week with further to the upside, or whether it's just going to flame out as the day progresses. This is Boris Schlossberg wishing you guys the best of luck. Remember that trading foreign exchange carries a higher level risk may not be suitable for all investors, and I invite you to read this disclaimer very carefully to understand all the risks involved in trading Forex. All the best. Over and out.